There's no better way to program your subconscious mind than listening to positive statements over and over. And there's no better way to do that than in a semi-meditative alpha brainwave state. I've created 3 prosperity meditations on hightimelinebooks.com to help you do just that. And for a limited time, you can get all 3 for the price of 2. So take your life to a higher vibe. Check them all out at hightimelinebooks.com.
Hello, Fun Astrology Podcast. Welcome in. This is Kristin Lawhead, and today is Thursday, April the 24th. And today the skies are rich with feeling, maturity, and resolution. The headline today is the third and final conjunction of Venus and Saturn in Pisces, happening tonight at 8:02 p.m. Eastern. This is a big moment, one that's been unfolding since mid-January and deepening during early April when Venus was retrograde. So let's rewind for a second. The first conjunction happened back on January 18th. That was a seed. Maybe you set an intention around love, worth, commitment, or something deeply creative or emotional. Then on April 7th, during Venus's retrograde, we hit the review point. Maybe an old pattern came up, a relationship resurfaced, or you had to sit with some honest truths around what's working and what isn't. And now today, we reach the final chapter in this particular cycle. Venus is exalted in Pisces. This is where she's at her most loving, intuitive, and dreamy. But Saturn brings structure and maturity. Together, they're asking us to look at our dreams with clarity, to hold tenderness and boundaries in the same hand. You might feel called to commit to something you love, or to release it with love. This can be romantic, creative, spiritual, or financial, whatever comes up. It likely has roots stretching back to January, and there's something really beautiful about the softness of Pisces blending with the grounded truth of Saturn. It's like closing a chapter, not with drama, but with quiet strength. Now, the moon is in Pisces all day, matching the emotional tone of this Venus-Saturn conjunction. This is a dreamy, intuitive moon. Great for slowing down, paying attention to what's under the surface, and connecting to your own emotional wisdom. But it's not all floaty. At 11:10 a.m. Eastern, the moon squares Jupiter in Gemini. And that could stir some inner conflict between what you feel and what you think. Maybe your head and heart aren't quite on the same page this morning. Try not to overpromise or overwhelm yourself. By the evening, the moon makes a few more subtle moves. At 8:50 p.m., there's a supportive sextile to Uranus in Taurus, which can bring a gentle moment of insight or emotional shift. Then, late tonight, the moon conjuncts Saturn at 10:54 p.m. and Venus at 10:57 p.m., echoing that big Venus-Saturn energy, but adding a little more feeling. This might be a moment of quiet reflection or emotional awareness. That Moon-Venus conjunction also begins a void of course phase. So at 10:57 p.m. Eastern, it will last until 3:24 a.m. tomorrow when the moon enters Aries. This void of course lasts about 4.5 hours. Not super long because Venus is in the final degrees of Pisces, getting ready to move into Aries herself on April 30th. So tonight's energy feels like a brief emotional cocoon before the next chapter begins. So today, since this is the end of a chapter, let's take a moment to reflect. What have you learned about love or self-worth since January? What commitments are you giving energy, and which commitments are real? What dreams are ready to form, and which are ready to be set free? Feel the answers that you came up with, honor them, and trust that sometimes the most profound turning points come in the softest tones. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of your energy. Much love. Talk soon.